Hello children, let's come back to our maths class. In the previous class, we started with exercise 3.1. Yes children, and I have told you that we will be seeing about a topic called Vieta's formula for the polynomials. Do you remember children that? Yes, that is I have told you that we will be dealing with a new concept called Vieta's formula. In this Vieta's formula, you have for two things. That is, you have Vieta's formula for polynomial equation of degree 2 and also for degree 3. And already we have studied for degree 2. That is in our 10th standard and in our 10th, 11th, we have used the Vieta's formula for the degree 2. That is, we have used this formula. Do you remember this formula? X square minus sum of roots the whole x plus product of roots is equal to 0. Yes, children. So we just studied that this is the general form of a quadratic equation. But actually, what is this called? This is called as the Vieta's formula. You can just refer your page 100. We've seen there, children. So you have, they have given you a topic called Vieta's formula for quadratic equations. So we just have studied that this is a general form of a quadratic equation of degree 2. That is, you should write it in the form of x square minus sum of roots the whole x plus product of roots is equal to 0. Okay, children. So now what are we going to do here today is we are going to see just how we arrive at this formula, how you find out this formula and so on. Are you getting my point, children? So today's work is we are going to study in detail about the Vieta's formula for a quadratic equation, that is for degree 2, and also we are going to see the Vieta's formula for a polynomial equation which is of degree 3. So just get ready with your classwork, children. Write on today's date and give the heading as points to remember. We have completed one sum from 3.1. Just let it be. You just keep it as it is. You can just continue from there. Give the heading as points to remember. So today we are going to see how we get the answer, how we get the equation for the quadratic equation and also for the degree 3. That is for the polynomial equation with degree 3. So write down here, first one is Vieta's, V-I-E, okay children, it's V-I-E-T-S, Vieta's formula for quadratic equation. That is, you can just put here degree 2. You know that the degree of a quadratic equation is 2. You know the form of a quadratic equation. What is the form of quadratic equation? Ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. Remember this form, okay children? So we are just going to see how we get the formula for a quadratic equation. That is Vieta's formula for quadratic equation. Okay, let's start with the work. Have you taken on the heading, children? Now let's start with the work here. Right on. So we know the quadratic equation. Right on here. Start. Consider quadratic equation. So we have to consider a quadratic equation for a degree 2. And when you go for a degree 3, you have to take a polynomial equation. According to the degree, we have to choose the equation. So write down the equation here as ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. Okay, have you taken the quadratic equation? Now just see the power over here, children. What is the power here? It's 2. And what is the highest power over here? The highest power is 2. So you know that the highest power is called as the degree. That is, the degree is 2. If the highest power, that is the degree is 2, that means this equation is going to have how many roots? It will have 2 roots. So let us assume the 2 roots as alpha and beta. Write down. Let alpha, beta be the roots of the equation. Write down. Let alpha, beta be the roots. Why are we choosing alpha and beta? Because we know that for a quadratic equation, we get 2 roots. Since we don't know the value for the roots, we have to just take it as alpha and beta. Okay, now let's go for the next step, children. I just hope that you are doing the works along with me. You have to follow me, children. Do not waste your time. Okay. So now let us write down the next step. So the next step will be written as, since we say that alpha, beta are the roots, we can write this as, I'll just continue here. We can write this as ax square plus bx plus c is equal to, okay children? And in place of 0, you have to write it as a into, okay, you put here a into x minus alpha, x minus beta. So what you have to do? In place of 0, you are going to take the two roots. What are the two roots we have assumed? We have assumed the roots as alpha and beta. So you are going to write as a into x minus alpha, x minus beta. So we have just replaced the 0. How have we replaced 0? A into x minus alpha, x minus beta. Okay children, lay down the steps. So now what are we going to do? So now we are just going to expand the right hand side. I hope you people can just see the statement clearly. Just write it down so that you can see clearly. So ax square plus bx plus c is equal to a into x minus alpha, x minus beta. This was the equation, yes? So now we are just going to keep the LHS as it is. We are not going to do anything to the LHS part. And we are going to expand the RHS part, because here you have to multiply the brackets. We have a bracket here. So let us expand the bracket and let's see what we get. Come on, you are going to expand the bracket along with me. Come on children. Let's go for the expansion. So keep A as it is. Do not touch this A. Just leave this as it is. You have to multiply these two brackets, children. Come on, multiply x minus alpha into x minus beta. Have you started with the multiplication, children? Try to do the calculations by yourself. Practice it so that you will be thorough with it. Okay. Let us check your answer and my answer. So now here we have x minus alpha into x minus beta. So we are just going to multiply x minus alpha and x minus beta. We will multiply the answer later with a. Okay children. So first of all I am going to take x. Okay. So x into x. What is x into x? It's x square. Okay. X into beta. What is x into beta? And here we have a minus sign. So you get minus beta x. You have to be very careful because alpha, beta, x, we have to use many variables over here. So be careful when you multiply, children. So I'm just going to take the first term over here, that is x. So x into x gives x square. X into beta, that is minus beta x. Okay, next. Now I'm going to take the alpha part over here. So this is minus alpha x. Okay. Minus minus. What is minus minus? It's plus. Alpha into beta, alpha beta. So you get here plus alpha beta. So what we have got here, it's x square minus beta x minus alpha x plus alpha beta. So now we are just going to multiply with a, because a is common to all the terms. So let us multiply by a. So what you get here, this is equal to ax square minus a beta x minus a alpha x plus a alpha beta. Just a multiplication with a. So when you just multiply with a, you get ax square minus a beta x minus a alpha x plus a alpha beta. Okay children. So now here we are just going to arrange the like terms together, or we are just going to see whether we can take something common over here. So I'll keep the x square term as it is. So this is ax square. Okay. Now here we have two x terms, okay. It is a beta x, a alpha x. So we have x term, x term. So I am going to take the x term together and just see children, you have a minus sign common for both. Here also you have minus, here also you have minus. So I am going to take the minus sign common. So I'll take minus sign common, okay. So now what is left? Just see here. What is common? First of all, see the common part. What is the common part? A is common, okay. X is common, okay. So what is left now? Beta and alpha. So I'll be writing here as alpha plus beta, because why I am using here plus? Because we have taken the minus sign common. I have taken the minus sign common. If you take the plus sign common, you have to keep the sign as it is. Just remember the point. If you take plus sign common, you have to keep the sign as it is. But once you take the minus sign as common, you have to change the sign. That means the minus will turn to plus, the minus will turn to plus. Children, this is the place where a minor mistake or a major mistake occurs. So you have to be very careful when you take a negative sign common. So ax square minus alpha plus beta, and what is left children? Yes, it's ax is left, okay. Ax is left, oh, done. Now at the last nothing is there, so I just write it as a into alpha beta. That is a separate term. So keep it as it is. So what do you get here? Ax square minus a into alpha plus beta ax plus a alpha beta. Okay children? Okay, now what are we going to do is, I'll be just writing down here, therefore, ax square plus bx plus c is equal to ax square minus alpha plus beta ax plus a alpha beta. I've just took the question part, the LHS part and the RHS part together. So now here we are going to equate the coefficients. Write down, equating the coefficients. Equating the coefficients. Equating the coefficients means see. Now here this term and this term is same. So it will get cancelled. Okay, so this term and this term gets cancelled because they are same terms with the same sign. Okay, now x is here, x is here. So you are going to take these two terms together. Okay, I'll just do the explanation over here. I'll be writing the answers here directly, but I'll tell you how we get that step. Just see here carefully children. I'm just going to equate the same coefficients with I'm going to equate the terms with the same coefficient. So this is x and this is x. So I'm going to equate these two terms. So what I get here, bx is equal to minus alpha plus beta ax. Okay children, this is what we have. Now here what happens, the x term and the x term goes off. So now, or they are, we are not going, no need of taking x at all because they are the terms. What are we going to do here? We are just going to equate the coefficient. So no need to take the x term. We are just going to take the coefficient of it. Now what is the meaning of coefficient? If you have a term 3x, what is the coefficient of 3x here? The coefficient is 3. Yes or no children? That is the number that comes along with the variable. So what is the variable here? X is the variable. So what is the number here? 3. If you have minus 3, the coefficient will be taken as minus 3. So when you go for the coefficient, you have to go for the sign also. Okay children? So now here, so no need to take x. Just remember that we are going to equate the term of x. So I have taken the x term, that is b, and again here I have taken the x term. What is the x term here? It's minus alpha plus beta the whole a. Okay, so now here I have to get the value for alpha plus beta. So what is the value for alpha plus beta? I'll keep this part as it is and I'm going to shift this a to the side. So what I'll get, this is b upon a. So what is the value for alpha plus beta? This is minus b upon a. I hope you people are clear. So what we have done here, we are going to equate the coefficients. So first of all, we have taken the x term. So b is equal to minus of alpha plus beta into a. I need the value for alpha plus beta. So I'll just keep this part as it is and I'm going to shift the A from RHS to the LHS. So when you are shifting in the form of multiplication to the next side, it will change into division. Multiplication will change into division. Division changes into multiplication. Addition change to subtraction, and subtraction change to addition. This is the basic concept that you have studied in integers. Okay. So now what we are doing here, we are just shifting the A from RHS to LHS. So it turns to be B by A. But I just want the answer in terms of alpha plus beta. I don't want minus alpha plus beta. I want alpha plus beta. So just take this minus to that side or multiply by minus. So when you multiply by minus, the minus minus turns to be plus, and here it turns to be minus. So what is the answer you get here? Alpha plus beta is equal to minus b by a. Do you remember this step, children? Yes, we have used this in our 10th and 11th. Why we have used? We have used this for finding the sum of the coefficients and the product of the coefficients. Do you remember this thing, children? Yes. So what is this alpha plus beta? This is the sum of roots. What is the formula for finding sum of roots? Minus b upon a. So from here, it's what we derive the formula. But we have not studied in detail about this in our lower classes. We are just having a detailed study in higher classes. That's the difference. That's all. So write down here, therefore, so when you equate the coefficient, you get alpha plus beta is equal to minus b by a. You can just do this work in the rough column, children. Write down alpha plus beta is equal to minus b upon a. So we have just found the sum of roots. Now let us go for the next one. You see here one more term. Here you have a constant term which is C, and here you have a constant term. What is the constant term here? It's A into alpha beta. So now you are going to equate these two things. That is C and A alpha beta. I have told you to do this in your rough part, children. You can just show in the right corner. Suppose you are doing the sums in the left corner, you can show this work in the right corner. Let's go for the last constant part. So C is equal to A alpha beta. What is that? C is equal to A alpha beta. That is, you are going to equate the constant term. So I just want the answer. This is A alpha. Yeah, beta. Correct one. So I want the answer in terms of alpha beta. So I'll keep alpha beta on the same side, and I'm going to shift this A to the LHS. So this turns to be C upon A. Yes, children. So what is the value for alpha beta? It's C upon A. What is this alpha beta? This is the product of roots. So write down here, alpha beta is equal to C upon A. Very simple. For we have found for alpha plus beta, we got the answer is minus B upon A. And we equated the constant term. When we equate the constant term, you get alpha beta is equal to C upon A. This work should be done in the right corner, and that work will be as continued step by step. So we have found the two things, that is, we have found the product of roots and also the sum of roots for a quadratic equation. Okay, have you taken on, children? Okay, now let's write down the final statement over here. So what you get here, so what is the general equation of the quadratic equation, general form of the quadratic equation? So write down here, therefore, general form of quadratic equation is x square minus sum of roots the whole x plus product of roots is equal to 0. This is the general form that you have to use for a quadratic equation. Okay, children, have you taken now? So from this explanation, from using the Vieta's formula, we come to know how you get the value for the sum of the roots and how you get the value for the product of roots. I hope you people are clear with this. So very simple thing. First of all, you have to consider the quadratic equation. And once you get the quadratic equation, you know that the degree is 2. So if you have a degree 2, the roots will be 2. So what are the roots we have taken here? We have taken the root as alpha, beta. So you have to just replace in place of 0 as a into x minus alpha into x minus beta. Very simple thing, you have to just expand it. Once you expand it, you get a equation. Try to write the like terms together. After writing the like terms together, try to equate the coefficient. So when you equate the coefficient, you get the required answer. That is for the sum and the product. And this is a general formula that already we know. Just have a list of it. Just write on the general form also. So general form of quadratic equation is x square minus sum of roots the whole x plus product of roots is equal to 0. So this was for the quadratic equation. Now let us go for the second thing. Now you are going to deal with Vieta's formula for a polynomial equation of degree 3. Come to page 102. Take page 102. We can just refer page 102. Give the next point, number 2. Just continue. Point number 2. Write down. It's Vieta's. Yes, I said V-I-E. So V-I-E. Vieta's formula for polynomial equation of degree 3. So we are going to deal with a polynomial equation of degree 3. You know that if you have one term, you call it as what? Monomial. Two terms we call binomial. But when you have this quadratic means, we know that the degree is 2. Similarly, for the degree of more than 2, you can just call it as polynomial. We have cubic and so on. But if the degree is more than 2, you can just say the equation as polynomial. So we are just dealing with the polynomial equation of degree 3. So first of all, we have to follow the same step that we have followed for the previous thing. For quadratic equation, we considered the equation as ax square plus bx plus c. Here you have to consider the equation of the highest power as 3. Okay, here we took 2 as the highest power. For a degree 3, the highest power should be 3. So let's go for the cubic equation here. Write down. Consider cubic equation. Okay, so you are going to consider a cubic equation. For degree 2, we considered a quadratic equation. So what will be the equation here? Ax cube. Okay, very simple thing. Just go on increasing the power. That's also ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d is equal to 0. So this is the cubic equation. Ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d is equal to 0. Okay, children. So now you know that if the degree is 3, how many roots it's going to have? It's going to have 3 roots. So for the previous case, we considered how many? What are the roots we considered there? Alpha and beta. Here we have to get 3 roots because the degree is 3. So we are going to take the roots as alpha, beta and gamma. Write down. Let alpha, beta and gamma. Gamma is like a crow flying out. A gamma. Be careful with gamma. Some people don't write it properly. Okay, so beta is like you have to make a tail for B. Okay, beta, alpha is like this, a wrong. Okay, alpha, beta and this is gamma. Be careful, just R. You have to just raise the wing. Like a crow is flying out this. Alpha, beta, gamma. So let alpha, beta and gamma be the roots. So here we have taken how many roots, children? 3. Before degree 3, choose 3 roots. Let alpha, beta and gamma be the roots. Okay, let's go for the next step. So next step, what are we going to do? We have to just remove the 0 and we have to replace the roots in place of 0. Let us replace the roots over there. What will be the roots? So how are you going to write down here? So this will be ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d is equal to what are we going to write in place of 0? You see here we had alpha and beta as a root. So we wrote a into x minus alpha, x minus beta. Same manner you are going to proceed over here. But here with one extra root. We'll write down here a x minus alpha, x minus beta, x minus gamma. Be careful with the terms, children. We have lot of variables. We have around 4 variables used over here. So a x minus alpha, x minus beta, x minus gamma. So we have to go for the expansion of right hand side. We're just going to multiply the right hand side. But just remember here, do not multiply everything together. That is not at all possible. So you are going to take two brackets at a time. Okay, so first of all you multiply 2 brackets. Then that answer with the third bracket, and then as it goes on. Okay, children. So do not mix up everything and do not get confused. So write down the step carefully. Ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d is equal to a into x minus alpha, x minus beta, x minus gamma. So we are going to expand the right hand side. Let's go for the expansion. I'll just continue over here. So this is equal to, it will be little lengthier because we get many terms when we expand it. Yes, children? Okay, I'll just do the expansion over here. I'm going to take this 2, children, okay? I'm going to take this 2 first. So a, what I get, x into, so already I think we can, we have the answer for x minus alpha into x minus beta. What is the answer for x minus alpha into x minus beta? We can just refer this answer from here. If you have your previous, okay, anyway, if you do it simple only. Otherwise, you can just take the same answer, here this answer. Okay, I'll just do it once again, no problem. So x into x, x square, x into beta minus x beta. Then I'll go for alpha. So minus alpha into x, minus alpha x, minus alpha into minus beta, that's plus alpha beta. So I have just expanded this 2 bracket and I'll write x minus gamma as it is. X minus gamma. Just do not write like R, children. It is like a bird flying out. So, gamma. Alpha, beta, and this is gamma. G-A-M-M-A, gamma. These are the rays, different radiations. Okay, when you just go for your, if you can study about this in detail in your physics. So have you taken down this part? X square minus x beta minus alpha x plus alpha beta into x minus gamma. Okay, now let us go for the next multiplication. So what I'm going to do is, I'll just take this part together, children. I'll just multiply it with this a first. It's your choice. You can just go with any combination. I'll just take the first combination. So I'll get ax square minus ax beta minus a alpha x plus a alpha beta x minus gamma. Getting my point? A into x square, ax square, a into x beta minus sign here minus. So a alpha x plus a alpha beta, and then you have x minus gamma. So now again you are going to multiply with x minus r. So first I'll take with x and then I'll take with gamma. You see here this and this. I'll get ax square into x, ax cube. So you have to follow this step below the step, children. Okay, just do not start with the first line. You have to follow the steps below this equal to sign. I just don't have, if I just do it, will go out of the site. I'm just doing here. So you have to follow the step below this. So ax square into x gives you ax cube. Ax square into alpha. So it is ax square into alpha. Okay, children, do not get confused. So minus ax square alpha. We get many terms over here. So minus ax square alpha. Okay, so I have completed this part. Let's go for the second part. minus ax beta x. You people will be, do not get confused. Ax beta into x. So x is there. You have to multiply x and x. So what you get? The sign is minus. So a x square beta. A x square beta. A is alone. X into x gives you x square beta. A x square beta. Now let me multiply with gamma. So minus minus first of all turn to be plus. Minus minus turns to be plus. Okay. Now a x beta gamma. All the terms are different. All the variables are different. So we have to keep it as it is. So you get a x beta alpha. Children, you have to take the steps along with me. You have to try by yourself and you're going to take it down. This is just a multiplication. So just do the multiplication, children. Okay, now let me go for the next third one. It's minus, okay, here plus. So minus will be the answer. A alpha x x. So x into x will be multiplied. So you get a alpha x square. A alpha x square. Okay. Now let me go for the third term and gamma. So minus minus will give you plus. Okay. So a alpha x gamma. Now last term. So plus. So here no combination. A alpha beta x. You get a alpha beta x. And here again no combination. You have to just add a negative sign. So minus a alpha beta gamma. A alpha beta gamma. So we have mostly multiplied everything. So let's try to group it together. I get ax cube. Okay, this is a cube term. Try to group the square term. Okay, x square term. So this is a x square term. X square term, alpha, beta. This is gamma, beta. One more x square term. Yeah, here. There. Alpha. Again, I'm going to take the minus sign common, children. I'll take minus sign common. What is common? Just see here. Alpha is common and a and x is common. A, x square is common. So what is left here? Gamma, beta and alpha. Here alpha is there, beta is there and gamma is there. So I'll try to write in order. Alpha plus beta plus gamma. What is the common part here? A x square. So what was the sign common? The sign was minus. And I have told you that if you take a minus sign common, okay, if you're taking a minus sign common, the sign will change. So the negative term will change into positive term. So first of all, we have chosen x cube term. Only one x cube term was there. So ax cube. Okay. Minus, it's gamma, it's beta and it's alpha. So I have just written in order alpha, beta, gamma. That's all. And what is the common term? A x square. So I have written here a x square. Okay. Now we have to go for the x term. Let us find the x term, children. This is x term. Okay, one x term. Okay, I got the second x term. Yeah, this is the third x term. Okay, let's try to arrange them. And here just see all the three terms are positive. So I'll take a positive sign as common. First of all, find out the common part in them. A is common in all the three. A, okay. X is common in all the three, okay. So I get AX common. So what is left here? This is beta gamma. Okay, I'll just write down here. Beta gamma. Then alpha gamma. Okay. Then alpha beta. So these are the three terms you get. I'll just write down in an order. Alpha beta plus beta alpha plus alpha gamma. A, X is common. A and X is common in all the three terms. And the last term is minus A alpha beta gamma. This is just a simple thing. This is a multiplication that you people know. But here the only difference is we have been dealing with many terms. So it's just a little congested. So try to do it slowly, children. So we have just expanded the right hand side. So what I get when I multiply this? I get AX cube minus alpha plus beta plus gamma ax square plus alpha beta plus beta gamma plus alpha gamma the whole ax minus a alpha beta gamma. Now, as we equated the coefficients for our quadratic equation, same manner you have to equate here. So let me write down the steps here. Write down. Therefore, ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d is equal to what? This is the answer. Write down. This is equal to ax cube minus alpha plus beta plus gamma ax square plus alpha beta plus beta gamma plus alpha gamma ax minus a alpha beta gamma. Try to write in one line, one or two lines. I have just written a little bigger for you so that you can see it. So just write down the LHS and the RHS together. Try to write down together. Write down the LHS and the RHS part together, children. So have you taken down? Okay. So now the next step is equating the coefficients. Let us equate the coefficients. What you get when you equate the coefficients? So just see here again, the first term and the first term get cancelled. So you have to take the x square term and the x square term. Okay, children. So here I'm just going to do one term and you are going to do the remaining two terms directly. We'll see how to write the remaining terms directly. Okay, children. Write down. Equating the coefficients. Equating the coefficients. Coefficients means already I have told you what is the meaning of coefficients. If you have a term, the number part is called as the coefficient. The numerical value is called as the coefficient along with the sign. Whether it's a positive means it will be positive number. If you have a negative number, you have to take the negative number. Okay, so equating the coefficients. I am going to take the x square term. So I am not going to write x square. I am just going to take the coefficient of x square. So what is the coefficient I get here? B. And what is the coefficient I get there? See children, be careful with the sign. It's minus alpha plus beta plus gamma a. Okay. I have just taken the what? Coefficients. Very simple thing. I have to just go on process. So alpha plus beta plus gamma is equal to. I just want alpha plus beta plus gamma. So I will just take the minus sign along with a. I get the answer as minus b upon a. So what is the value for alpha plus beta plus gamma, children? It's minus b upon a. Getting the point? Can we go directly for the next coefficient, children? Let us find the next values directly. Okay, let us go for the next term. Now I am going to go for the x term. What is the coefficient for x? C. Okay, I'll write here C is equal to. What is the coefficient for x here? Yes, it's alpha beta plus beta gamma plus alpha gamma. So you put here alpha beta, beta gamma plus alpha gamma a. Okay, we have to write a because only x term should be not written. So what is the value for alpha beta plus beta gamma plus alpha gamma? You have a positive sign, so no need to worry at all about the sign. So answer is C upon A. So what is the value for alpha beta plus beta gamma plus alpha gamma? It's C upon A. For the quadratic equation, or that is for the previous thing that we have done, we have just found the value for the sum of roots and also the product of roots. Yes? So here, what are we going to do? Here we are going to have one more value. So here you have to find out the value for alpha plus beta plus gamma. Then you have to find out the value for alpha beta plus beta gamma plus alpha gamma. And one more thing, you have to find out the value for this in terms of D, like B, C, and one more you get for D. Okay, children? Let's go for the last term, last constant term. What is the constant term you have here? It's D. And what is the constant term here? It's A, alpha, beta, gamma. You have to take the whole term. Okay, children? Because here x square and x square we left. Here x and x we left. But for the constant term, you have to take the whole term as it is. So you get D is equal to What is that? Minus A alpha beta gamma. So I'll get the answer in terms of alpha beta gamma. So alpha beta gamma is equal to minus D upon A. I'll just take the A and the negative sign to the LH side. So I get alpha beta gamma is equal to minus D upon A. See children, I have found all the three values. Alpha plus beta gamma. If suppose you are being with a if you have been given the equation, so how can you find out the roots? That is, you can find out the sum by minus b upon a. Then you can just take the multiples of two roots, like alpha beta plus beta gamma plus alpha gamma is equal to c upon a. And also you can find out the alpha beta gamma part, that is minus d upon a. So be careful, minus plus minus. Minus b upon a, c upon a, minus d upon a. Be careful with the sign, children. So have you taken on the steps? Let us go for the general equation at the last. Write down the general form of the cubic equation. Okay. So what you know the general equation for a quadratic equation. What is the general form? It's x square minus sum of roots the whole x plus product of roots is equal to 0. Yes or no, children? This was for quadratic equation. Now let us write for the cubic equation. Let me write down here. That on the last step over here. Therefore, general form of cubic equation, or you can say general form of polynomial equation of degree 3 is equal to. We can say, or in simple terms, we can say cubic equation. So it will be x cube. What is the first thing? X cube minus alpha plus beta plus gamma x square. You get x cube minus alpha, because here you have a minus sign, children. So x cube minus alpha plus beta plus gamma the whole x square. Okay, the next term is plus sign. So put here plus. What you get here? Alpha beta, beta gamma and alpha gamma, or you can write gamma alpha. Simple. A into this alpha beta, then beta gamma, then gamma alpha. So I have just written as alpha gamma, that's all. So what you get here? X cube is taken, x square is taken. Now what will come here? X plus minus plus minus. What is the last term you get here? Alpha, beta, gamma, and this is equal to 0. So this is the general form of a cubic equation. What is the general form, children? X cube minus alpha plus beta plus gamma the whole x square plus alpha beta plus beta gamma plus alpha gamma the whole x minus alpha beta gamma is equal to 0. So today we have seen the two different formulas. Yes, two different Vitas formula for quadratic equation as well as for a cubic equation. So we have to use this in our exercise 3.1. Yes, children? Yes, we have to continue with our exercise 3.1 now. Come on, have you finished this work? Take down exercise 3.1, question number 2. Write down exercise 3.1, sum number 2. Consider a cubic equation with roots. The first one is 1, 2 and 3. The first one is 1, 2 and 3. Have you taken on the question? Shall we continue, children? Okay, let's go with the sum. What is this roots? Yeah, roots are 1, 2 and 3. So exercise 3.1, sum number 2, the first one was 1, 2, and okay. So this is the roots they have given. So we have to construct a cubic equation, and we know how to write a cubic equation, right, children? Let's write on the cubic equation. Therefore, or you just say here, general form of cubic equation. Now that we have it right, let's call a general form. So write on. General form of cubic equation is, what is the general form, children? Yeah, write on. X cubes plus minus. I'll go on changing the sign. Plus minus plus minus. X cube minus alpha plus beta plus gamma x square plus minus then plus alpha beta beta gamma alpha gamma x x cube x square x and the last constant term. So plus minus plus minus. What is that? Alpha beta gamma is equal to 0. Right. X cube minus alpha plus beta plus gamma the whole x square plus alpha beta plus beta gamma plus alpha gamma the whole x minus alpha beta gamma is equal to 0. Okay, children? So now here you have to find out the value for the alpha plus beta plus gamma and alpha beta plus beta gamma and so on. Okay. So let us write down here. Here, you know the three roots. Yes, children, they have given you that the three roots are. Write down here. Alpha is equal to 1, beta is equal to 2, and gamma is equal to 3. So you have to take the values that is being given to you. Write down the root for like 1, 2, 3 as alpha, beta, and gamma. So just replace 1, 2, 3 as alpha, beta, gamma. So alpha is 1, beta is 2, and gamma is 3. So now very simple thing, we have to just find out the values. That's all. Come on, let's find out the value first of all, and later on we'll put it in the equation and get the answer. Okay, right on. Alpha plus beta plus gamma is equal to. Find out the answer, children. Find out the value for alpha plus beta plus gamma. Find out the value for alpha plus beta plus gamma. What is the value? Come on, add all the three roots. What do you get here? It's 1 plus 2 plus 3. What is the answer? 3 plus 3, it's 6. Yes, I got the value. It's 6. Okay. Let's go for the second part. So I have found the first part. That is the sum of the three roots. You have to multiply and you have to find the sum. So shall I find over here? Okay, I'll do here. So I have to find alpha, beta, beta, gamma, and alpha, gamma. Be careful when you substitute the value, children. So this is equal to alpha. What is alpha, children? Yeah, 1. 1. Beta, 2. 1 into 2. Beta, gamma. Beta is 2 into 3. Okay. Alpha, gamma, 1 into 2. Okay, done. So 2 plus 6 plus 3. What's the answer? 2 plus 6 plus 3. It's 11. Right up. So write down the answer. It's 11. Okay. So we have done that part. Last one is you have to find out the constant term, that is alpha, beta, gamma, the product of three roots. What is alpha, beta, gamma? Write down all the three values. 1, 2, 3. So 1 into 2 into 3. What is 1 into 2 into 3? 6. Yes. We have found all the values. Now you are just going to assemble in the equation. Write down. Therefore, required equation is x cube minus alpha plus beta plus gamma. What is the answer, children? 6. Yes. So I'll put here is x cube minus 6 x square. No need to change the sign because I have just got the positive value. So I'll put here this minus is as it is, and here I put 6 x square. At the next one, alpha beta plus beta gamma plus alpha gamma. What is the answer? It's 11. So put here 11, and what is the variable here? X. Okay, and at the last is minus alpha beta gamma. So you have to put here minus and the answer. What is the answer you get here? 6. So minus 6 is equal to 0. A very simple answer. We have found our answer, children. What is the answer? It's x cube minus 6x square plus 11x minus 6 is equal to 0. Are you clear with this problem? Okay, good. Now let's come for our homework part. Today's homework is you have to complete the second and the third sum from question number 2. You have to write question number 2, second subpart and the third subpart. Very simple thing. You can just complete this two. And the 2 points that we did today. That Vita's formula, we have found the value for the sum of the 2 points, full 2 points. I want you to write down again. So are you clear with my homework part, children? What is your homework from question number 2? The second subpart and the third subpart. Very simple. You have to just add, you have to write down the general form. You have to find the value and you have to substitute the value and you have to write the answer. That is the second and the third sum. That's very easy. Along with this, you are going to write down the 2 points. And you have to do it by yourself. No need to copy it. Try to expand by yourself because this is the important thing. You have to learn how you get the formula. Okay. So that 2 points. I hope you are clear with the homework part. Yes. So two, second and third, and question number 2 points to remember. That is 2 points. We have taken 2 points today. Today's work. Okay. The Vita's formula for quadratic equation and Vita's formula for cubic equation. And we have some more sums in exercise 3.1 which will be continued in the next class.